Okay. You got it. All right. Let's do it. Type is an accident. Articulate, intelligent, well paid, well read, well spoken, handsome, family man. Name ain't in no shit. Play his ass off. Respects a god.
Ooh wee, why can't this dude just do some blow and fuck some cheerleaders?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? What's going on? What's going down? So Uncle Jeff wanted to come in with some music, but goddamn it, I done lost the music. I don't know. It's in some file somewhere. Prime time. What up? What's going on, Kels? Hey man. Now look here. I ain't gonna narcotic. What's going on? All right, Kels. I ain't gonna have you in here today. With no damn tantrums. Okay. No tantrums. No, he fake woke, and I ain't got proof. He backtracking, and I don't have a link. I can't say directly that he said this and then he said that. I can't really say what it is I like about Kanye or what I don't like about Kyrie because I don't really have all my facts straight. We can't do that today. Okay. Matter of fact, no other day. Nor should you be facing any debatable issue without having all your shit in a row as you are an accepted Jedi in this dojo. You don't get to do that. Anywhere. What's going on, Richard Donaldson? If this is your first time in here with us in Giraffe Ballz, on the Giraffe Ballz ride, usually there's music in the slideshow, but those music in the slideshow files, they're between computers. I gotta find them. Today's strain is Mullein. That's right. I'm smoking Mullein today because my god doggone weed man has not got in contact with me. I gotta take my keef catcher off because I don't know if I want Mullein in my keef. So I'm gonna grind my Mullein up here and we're gonna get off and running. And let's see. Oh, it's not that bad. Thought it was gonna leave a bunch of stuff coming out. It didn't. And it grounded up sweet. That's nice. For those of you who don't know, Ben, you gorgy. What's happening? What's happening, man? Is that you? But you spell it different on Facebook? What's happening? We're about to get into it. We're about to get involved. We're about to get into it. So we're about to get involved. We're about to get into it. With today's show here, and I thank y'all all for piling into Giraffe Ballz with me. Let me know what you're smoking. Now, what we're gonna do is start the show off with again today's strain being I just be goddamn. Oh, there it is. I got 78 lighters and I can never find them when I want one. Today's strain, so says Horatio, that's my main man, is Mullein. Mullein. It is not a strain of weed. In fact, Mullein is a lung healing plant. Look it up. Nice light smoke. Very smooth. Edibles? No, sir. No edibles. In the words of True was cracking. In the words of Snoop Dogg, edibles don't have no off button. Okay, I can't fuck with edibles. That was a bean pie. Actually, you saw me wolf down from one of the brothers. Whenever I see him, I patronize him and drop a twomp on him and get me a paper and some pie. Yeah, man. We about to get into some Kanye, man. Why do I keep calling that boy that? Why do I keep calling that man that? Man's name is Kyrie. Kyrie. I'm getting some Kyrie, man. We about getting some Kyrie, man. And get my incense burning. Because I got to have, yes, sir, Ben Ugorji the Mullein. I got to have. Edibles are good at night before going to sleep. No, true, they are not. Y'all can have them edibles entirely. I had a horrible experience. And then I took a little bit when I had my wisdom teeth out on this side. And my wisdom tooth had developed a cavity that spread to the next tooth to it. So I said, take both them some bitches out because I don't believe in root canals or fillings. Best sleep and vivid dreams. I get that with weed. Really true? Woo, man. I done took some bumpy rides, bro. I can't. I'll go and smoke it. I can't. Because it's a different experience. See, when you do an edible, it's not the same chemical getting to you as when you smoke, because the edibles go through your liver. That's a whole different experience. That's some other shit. Then some bitch get to cracking through your your liver and making some kind of psychedelic chemical, because that's what gets you high when you do when you get out on edibles. Is there is a there is a chemical reaction that happens in your goddamn liver. And nigga, when I tell you, it takes you on a ride that you ain't I am really, really cool on the edibles. I don't take that ride, brother. Okay. Oh shit. We're not bringing the bitch up, right? Okay. I have no idea. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I have no idea what you're discussing there, Jedi Bruce. I don't. Which bitch? You have to be. There's so many of them. I had to stop smoking weed because I was unproductive. I can feel that. I can feel that. You know what happens? Okay. Hold on. See that right there? Once a month, I eat 5 grams of mushrooms. That's another animal. I'm looking to get into mushrooms, to be honest. I'm looking to add mushrooms to the high repertoire. Is that what you're saying? That's it. Yeah, you're not mushroom 6 Mile. You good? You good with mushrooms? You good? You in there? That's a whole nother that fucking edible shit. I'm gonna have to. I'll revisit that at some point. I might, but for right now, as good as weed make me feel, I just don't need that other thing. Oh, narcotic. Look here, man. Hear what you want to do. What is taking shrooms like? Go to Joe Rogan. Go YouTube Joe Rogan mushrooms, because it's too much. It's such a surreal experience. From what I understand, I've never had it, but what I hear people talk about is it seems to unzip and let you see all the shit that's really here. And it's amazing. Some people say you cry, you laugh, you go on a ride, bro. I always eat too much of them. I can't do those. Well, Ben, next time just take the one. How you gonna eat too much with the one? You don't take a handful of shit. Okay? Not if you already know. Yeah. I have some in my studio, but I'm afraid to do them. Okay. I would say this, narcotic. And again, bruh, nephew, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? I've never done them. I've never, okay, I'm anxious too, but I've never done them. I keep hearing about them. What they say is, what they say is you want to be, you don't want to be by yourself. You want to be in a good environment, a nice, peaceful atmosphere, with people you trust, and take that ride. And I'm thinking about doing it. I really am. I really am. I think for a high thinker, DMT, dimethyltryptamine, another similar experience. It's like waking up from a simulation. Okay, you got to be clearer. Do you mean when it's over, it's like that? Or when you go into it, is it like that, 6 Mile? I don't know what you mean. I use mushrooms to cleanse and meditate. Oh, bro. 6 Mile, we got to talk. We got to talk. Like, because, it's a million strains. There's thousands of different experiences I've heard. And some mushrooms lend themselves to particular experiences, but you really don't know until you go. So, as much as you can tell me, I want to know. Yeah, I'd like to know about them. I was told not to, but didn't listen. I thought I was dying. Hey, man, look. That's exactly how I felt fucking around with them edibles, man. I was like, oh, this ain't right. Nigga, this is not right. I'm saying shit, I'm hearing me say it, but it's not coming out of these. Yeah. Woo! I only grow. Oh, you grow them. I only grow golden teachers. Okay, well, let's look up. Oh, yeah, that probably makes sense, Jeff. Why don't you put the keyboard of the computer you're actually on in front of you? There you go. You're mildly retarded. Okay. Golden teachers. Let's look that up. Golden teachers. Just pop right up. Golden teachers mushrooms. Okay, we about to learn. Who here ever goes into the cannabis rooms or the psychedelic rooms and they ask you to verify your age? Are you 18? Who the fuck was gonna say no? Okay. You got me. Okay, let's see. And then we gonna go with present. And video file. That's a share. There we go. And then Chrome tab, Golden Teacher, Mushroom Share. Pow! There we go. Golden Teacher Mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, or psilocybin, I believe it is, are some of the most popular yet naturally occurring psychedelics that have been around for centuries. Psilocybin and psilocin are beneficial compounds found in at least 15 species of magic mushrooms, and they belong to three main genera, namely psilocybe, conocybe, and pineolus. That one's real close to penis. Out of the three, the most favored by growers is the psilocybe, which comes in various forms, such as psilocybe cubensis. Somebody said, man, that's a lot of shit. Golden teacher, known as GT shroom. Um, okay. What is the dosage? Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this shit. Easing mental health shit, alleviates OCD, helps in the management of cancer-related symptoms, gentle enlightenment, improves your relational skills. I don't know if I need that. Reduces symptoms such as stress. Everybody can use that. Enhance personal growth. I could do with that. Mildly psychedelic, making it a gateway shroom for magic mushroom newbies to explore the psychedelic world. In addition, these golden teacher mushrooms are famous for their spiritual effects and shamanistic properties rather than only tripping. Okay, well then that sounds like what? Okay, you chew and swallow thoroughly to allow the juices to come out and then swallow it. Golden mushroom this way, about 45 minutes, 20 to 45 minutes for their effect to keep in. The less you eat before consuming, the better the experience. For this method is it advisable to avoid consuming food for a few hours. Another way of enjoying these golden teachers is as a cup of tea. And this method is consuming these potent psychedelics has been a go-to, unlike eating the dried mushrooms as a whole. The method has gained popularity because of the taste of psilocybin mushroom is not that pleasant. Some people have difficulty even swallowing because their gag reflexes kick in almost instinctively. However, the tea is more pleasant for most people than chewing dried mushrooms and is said to be easier on the stomach. Okay, they got edibles. You can add lemon to it to get a little higher. All right. Well, now we know it. Uh, I'm enjoying the conversation, but kind of nervous. Never mind me. I'm taking in the info. Take it in, man. Look. Uh, yeah. Uh, you have to respect the ancient fruit. It's not a party drug. Right. And I don't even need that. I'm trying to get that holy shit. Going to make a pickup of some good. Okay. Bananas. Hey, Hinty. All right. Now, um, let's see. Uh, let's go back up here. P2B. Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for, James. The rant. The black community is so desperate to promote a figurehead to represent them that they will put anyone on the podium that says one fact without supporting evidence as long as they have fame. Okay. Um, the Here's the issue I have with that. And let me speak on Kyrie today, because I'm sorry, y'all said y'all won't, and you're gonna need some counter arguments. You're gonna need some new you're gonna need uh something uh that's gonna counteract something I just saw. And I'm looking for it desperately. I thought I had it. Boy, does that piss me off. Show the full fucking history. Now I got to go all the way down when you ought to be able to just bring it the fuck up. Boy, I tell you what. Okay. No. Okay. There go them sneakers I was looking at. Boy, these sneakers were so cool. Uh, okay. Boy, this is scary. It does have all the shit I was looking at. Okay. So let's go to this morning. Okay. Uh, yeah, I don't see it. Did somebody? Okay, yeah, there was that. You know what I think? It might have been in my Facebook feed. I'll look there, but I saw um I was watching uh a video of Kyrie this morning, and he was talking to those born between 1981 and 1996. And it was it was enlightening. It was inspiring. And I should have, were I smart, I would have kept it up here and I would have been able to share it with you. But as it stands now, I gotta I gotta try to find it. Unless of course someone here knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Uh yeah, Henty, uh we're discussing Kyrie and what he was basically saying. And now, because I don't have it, I'm going to have to paraphrase it. And it pisses me off because I found no fault in this video. He was discussing how the people before him, Mac Mizzle, it ain't their problem no more. It is now on his generation. And that there's a bunch of shit the media is pushing to you, but it ain't really going down like that. That there's a shift and the present power will not stand for long. You watched it on World Star? Well, let's see if it's still up there. I mean, it ain't gonna stay up there long, probably, because only foolishness lives at World Star. Uh, let's see. Can I find? Yeah. How about I just search Kyrie? Maybe it'll come up, and then yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, this is good enough. This does not have all the pieces, but um, let's use this anyway. Let's go with my man. Okay, we'll move from studio. All right, and we can move you too. Stop the screen. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I don't know what exactly is coming in on this, but we finna see. Because my guess is that this is dead ass on of what I was discussing.
Right. And I'm going to ask y'all from my soul to yours, please do not get distracted out here. Please do not fall victim to what the system is putting out there. It's a lot of misinformation. It's a lot of trauma going around. It's a whole lot happening in our world. And the system wants you to be depressed, wants you to be in a state of being that is low vibrational. All right. It's a change and it's a shift in what's going on in our world right now. And I'm letting you know, I'm not being arrogant or anything like that, but from 1981 to 1996, this millennial generation, I hope y'all know, we're here to shake some we're here to shake some stuff up. But in order to shake some stuff up, right? And the next generation, Gen Z, is going to come right after us. So they're watching us, right? Then you got my kids' generation, which is very young. But I got on here to say this. Please do not get distracted out here emotionally, spiritually, because the system itself is, is dying. Is dying. Old ways of living, the old ways of doing things. It's not going to last for too much longer, y'all. I'm just saying. And I don't know anything, right? I don't know all the answers to what's going on, but I'm saying this to y'all specifically because it's important that those that understand, that are aligned and what's going on around here, that y'all paying attention, because without us making a change right now and shifting our consciousness, our kids they're gonna fall victim to this system too. And the system I'm talking about it's a myriad of objective topics that we follow since we were kids, which is sex, love, relationships, religion, culture, class, finance, entertainment, media, social platforms at this point. Please do not fall victim to these things that are being manipulated and controlled. Please do not. Please do not. We have so many truth tellers out here that are doing the right things. And I could point them out, but you have to have your own level of discernment once you're consciously awakened to what's really going on. And I could go on and on, but look, I have to speak in general topics because it gets too mixy. You know what I'm saying? But I hopped on here specifically to share something with y'all. My generation, the millennial generation, we got to be better. We got to be better. My millennial generation, we got to be better. We know too much of the truth. And sometimes that will put us in places where we're fearful or we have anxiety. And in order to make an impact out here that is generationally sound, where it lasts for not just one generation, but for 7 to 10 to 20 generations now, we have to break free mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do it, but we have people out here that are willing to extend a helping hand and do it, And I went live on this main page because I know that, some people are going to take this as, oh man, this guy's, what is he talking about now? This guy thinks and it's like, it's not even about that. I don't even have energy to give that to give to that today, or any point in my life. But I will tell you this, we got to be better. We have to protect our youth. We have to protect our ways of life. We have to protect the kids that are looking up to us. So my millennial generation, this is a call out to you. No, real talk. This is a shout out to you. It's Gen Z's watching and our older generation. is waiting for us to take control of the wheel and lead our world into new places, new ways of thinking, because it's not happening, you know, without the proper techniques and strategies. Um, it's not happening if we're not prepared. So, you know, and I say my generation because millennial generation is because we help create a lot of these social platforms. We've helped create a lot of these trends.
All right. Now, okay. I need to know, and we can approach the apology in a minute, because I don't know anything. I haven't seen the apology. If somebody could, I need links. Okay, you guys, it kills me when you pop in here with opinions and no links. When you have a direct accusation to something, you need a link, Frank one. The nigga apologized. Show me that. Because I may not have seen it. And I haven't. And I'd like to approach that. And I'd love to get into it after. What is he wrong about here? What we just watched. What was he wrong about? Don't lump me in on your business. What part of that business do you have a problem with? Fuck you, man. What part? I'm serious. I'm not being facetious. What part of what you just saw smacks of it disingenuous, incorrect? It won't let you post links on here. Okay, put a space. When you put a link up, put a space right between, like go give the whole thing. Then when you get to .com, put a space and put the .com over. Then you can put it in here. I'll take the space out and presto, that's where we are. Okay. That's the best way around that. So put the links in here, put a space somewhere in the address so that the program that runs StreamYard will not be able to recognize it as an address. Anywhere in there, you put a space. I just say next to .com because it's the easiest. Okay. One thing I will say about them people is that they unify against whoever did wrong or not. It's not goofies in here. It's goofies in here mad at that young bull like he telling the bogus truth. Like he bogus. Telling the truth. Okay, I got it. It's goofies in here mad at that young bull like he bogus telling the truth. Yeah, yeah, that kind of cuts to it. And the thing I preach in here all the time, Rashad, is the importance of I'll break it down again. From a vibrational standpoint, where we are in society right now, there are 3 groups of people. Squares, cubes, and tesseracts. Okay, a square, 4 90-degree angles, 4 equal sides, square. A cube is a 3-dimensional representation of a square. Has depth, has height, has thought. A tesseract is an 8-dimensional representation of a cube. Those are super high thinkers, and I think we should all try our best to go that way. We should try our best to go that way. Rashad, I'm going to answer the sweet shit out of that question. We are supposed to be, as higher thinkers, able to pull wisdom from the evilest, stupidest, dumbest, most racist motherfucker on the planet. You're supposed to get the lesson out of his very essence and presence. And what you hear most times from low frequency thinkers is a way to dismiss the logic because of the person. And that's fine anywhere else. But if you come in here, I consider you a cubic thinker at least, or a square thinker trying to get to the cube, or a cube trying to get to a tesseract. What is a bit discouraging is to see that you don't even take that road. It's not like you don't know it. I've given it over and over and over again. You don't get to just not like somebody unless you want to be a base level thinker. You don't. Us higher thinkers have to take the genius, the lesson from any situation, be it abstract or even direct. There are some situations that's going on in my life, some of them public, that I can't be a square thinker on and call myself a Jedi. I can't. This new shit is here and I can feel it. I'm a part of it. You're a part of it. The part you select is up to you. I have selected the and that's where I'm at. I believe a lot of you are, but you're not going to be able to get over here with that base level thinking that will not allow you to call a thing and have names, dates, places, and faces that go with it. No diss to sisters, but that's feminine energy. Men, you can't build a bridge like that. Can't make an airplane fly like that. Can't make a gun shoot like that. Can't make a light bulb come on like that. You have to be definitive. And whenever I hear naysayers with Kanye, it's never definitive. It's always feminine. It's always a name calling. He ain't this, he ain't that, with not fact the first. Not a link, not a reference, nothing written down. I don't like that nigga. Okay, well, okay, but don't call yourself a deep thinker. That's okay. You got to pick. Because you don't get to take your lessons from only those you like if you are a deep thinker. In fact, you have to get to the point to where you ask yourself if you can still take a lesson from an individual that isn't even on the level for you to dislike. They are beneath your dislike. They get your disappointment and your pity. If you can't take a lesson from someone you pity, you have failed. You are not that. You are not funky with it. You say you funky with this mental shit, but if you can't take lessons from people who cannot help you and do not like you, you are not a Jedi. You are not on Jedi level. You're not thinking on Jedi level. You got to do that. I like that. Once you wake up, every day is a fight not to contradict your understanding. That is dope, sir. Yes. Yes. And the true level that you are on is not the level you understand on, but the level, the contradiction threshold. You want your contradiction threshold, fucking braces. You want your contradiction threshold to be as close to your wisdom threshold as possible. You don't want a huge difference between what you know and what you do to exist. Once you know better, the shit you do when you know better counts worse on the metaphysical end. Because you're making the conscious choice to fuck yourself off. Yeah, Jimmy Rucker, 6 Mile might have the pull of the day right there. That's yeah. Good job there. On calling out 6 Mile. Let me see if I can find it. I know I gotta have it in here. There we go. Okay. Now, let's do this. In a few minutes, I'm going to pull y'all in here and we can talk about it. If, my only request is if you have comments, that promote the subject, which is in agreement with Kanye, why do I keep mixing these dudes? With Kyrie. If you have subjects that are in agreement with Kyrie, that are not debated. If somebody wants to debate it, absolutely. If you have something outside of the abstract on this idea that is specific, Kyrie did this yesterday. He said that last week. Please have a link for it, positive or negative. Now, you can stay abstract in the negative, but when you become accusatory in the negative of anybody in here, you got to have something other than your arms folded kicking the fucking can down the street. I don't know why that is so hard. Why that's such a big hurdle. I mean, now True gave us one because they won't let you put links in here. Okay, put it in, put a space. Woo. For example, Jesus was perfect because he knew heaven existed. So he knew better. So he did better. Okay. I guess. I mean, to rock the Jesus narrative, the only thing 6 Mile, I bat back on that, and you still, I'm coming with the big pull of the day. I got to reload. Y'all better go get some Mullein because it will give you a buzz. It's a different high than weed, but it's nice. It's nice. Little air balloon, little hot air balloon high. But yeah. Before I give you the pull of the day, I gotta grind up again. Oh fuck it, I'll put this on my key. Yeah, I gotta hit back on that 6 Mile. Here's my issue. When you say that Jesus is perfect, there's someone in the Bible who contradicts you. His name is Jesus. Because he says there's none perfect but the Father. Oh yeah, I know you don't subscribe to Jesus, obviously. Yes, bro. Me neither. I don't subscribe to that shit either. Okay. It's all astrological, and niggas was going through so much shit they needed some magical shit to believe in. So that's why. These new kids, they don't need no magic. They don't need no fucking magic. They are the magic, and they know it. They are the magic, and they know it. The white one, oh, that's hilarious. The white one or the one mentioned in the book? Both. Jesus is black the way the Hulk is green. They just... Okay. Look up the 12 stories of Jesus before Jesus. Look up the 12 stories of Jesus before Jesus. And you'll I'm gonna get to that, Jimmy. I'm gonna get to that, I promise. Right after I give out the pull of the day, the 6 mile, because that was dope, I'm gonna get into complexion for the protection. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go this way because there's no weed in there. All right. Now, let's find my man. What did he say? He said, oh, there it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like I cut myself. The question is upon what? Huh. Mm-hmm. I didn't even feel it. Laid my shit open. Yeah. Okay. Let me get my good rag. Tie my finger up. Finish this goddamn show. I cut my finger off. I didn't even feel it. Oh, I feel it now. Some bitch burning. Yeah. Let's get the pull of the day out the way. Pull of the day. I go out to my man 6 mile. Okay, let me find it again. 6 miles right there in front of me too. There it is. Once you wake up, every day is a fight not to contradict your understanding. Wow. That is about the difference between what you understand and where you vibrate. And you don't want that difference to be too big, because the difference in there is all your lessons being learned hard. You know, nobody here has to learn the lesson hard that it's not the best idea in the world to rob a liquor store. I would like to believe that everyone in here vibrates slightly higher than that. I'd like to believe I'm right about that. That ain't none of you niggas in here contemplating blue collar crime. Yeah, ain't none of you niggas in here think about no analog crime, are you? Analog crime is bullshit. Okay. In the digital world, analog crime is some bullshit. So, it's not the shit that's beneath you. I ain't got to tell nobody in here you ain't supposed to be eating lukewarm pork with soda at night and then going to sleep over and over till you clog your arteries. That's low frequency thinking. It's the shit that is slightly above where you vibrate, but beneath where you understand, that fucks you over. me say that again. It is the shit that is slightly beneath, uh beneath where you vibrate. No. The shit that is above where you vibrate, but beneath where you understand, is the shit that's fucking you up. That's the shit that's beating your motherfucking ass. The shit you know better, but you ain't doing. Not the shit, that's the shit the universe gives you grace for. That's why there's so little grace now, because there's so little that you can't know now. Grace is for what you don't know. In the age of grace is for what you don't know. In the age of information, there is very little grace. Motherfucker, pick up the phone. It's right there. Not impressed with your memory anymore, your ability to retain, you could use one of these and get some of it. Balance that with your common sense, and you kind of on the way. You kind of on your way with just that. So there is no more grace, which makes the concept of once you wake up, every day's a fight not to contradict your understanding. And for that, my man True gets the motherfucking pull on the motherfucking day. Yeah, kind of hard because my thumb is fucked up now. You don't know how bad you need a finger till you fuck one up. You would have got a better pull if my fan wasn't on True. But, yeah, that's the pull of the day right there. No doubt. So, that said, there's a StreamYard, y'all. You want to come in? We can come on in. We can talk about it because I think my man 6 Mile put it where it go. Oh, reading is a superpower, absolutely, because of how it's being canceled out. Nobody even reads cursive anymore. Okay. There we go. There, Rashad. That was the question I was going to answer the shit out of. While I'm waiting on the room to fill with the peepers, we going to cover this. Why isn't Bezos being ran down on like this? Because he white. Is the wrong answer. Because he rich. Is the wrong answer. Okay. Because Kyrie black. Okay, that's a half. I'll give you half credit. But why is it because Kyrie is black? And he's saying this. Is he being rolled down? And it is because Kyrie represents the best of us. Sit tight, True. Kyrie represents the best of us coming into this knowledge. He represents this ain't some dude down the bench. This is a marquee player coming along and putting the paint where it ain't, making it do what it do, telling the real truth, and making some people nervous. Because how good black people are in the mouths and minds of other people is inert. Oh shit. Fuck up all my Mullein. I don't want to do that. Let's get the big pull of the day out of here. All right. I'll put that in there. There we go. I got True and Bruce. Okay. Let me bring you Jedis on into the room. Fellas. True, Bruce. How are you on this Wednesday? And gentlemen, in no particular direction or order, what say you? And I also, detractors welcome. Anybody, this is people who speak all the time and agree all the time are fucking boring. I don't need you to agree with me. If you have something you disagree with, let it out. Young Jedis, y'all gonna take the floor. Well, you niggas bashful shit.
Nah. Just I seen that video earlier too.
Okay.
That was dope. I keep hearing he apologized, but I ain't really looked for that video neither. It just popped up on my feed, so I looked at it, but I didn't.
The apology video?
Well, no, I heard somebody said he apologized, and it was like all in text. And it was a screenshot of what was all text, but it wasn't no video of him apologizing or nothing. So I was just like, all right, whatever. I still don't even know.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
say again, True.
So we don't even know if that actually came from him. If it was all text, it's probably a publicist that did that, and it was probably the Nets that had them do that, because only kind of apology I saw from Kyrie is that he apologized if anybody got offended by the post he made. He didn't post it up there saying that, oh, this is.
I was wrong. He just said
the Jays are all the issue or the main issue. He just posted a photo of a documentary, and people blew it out of proportion.
Okay.
And people in the media were trying to grill him about it. And I bet half of those people that were trying to grill him about it never even heard of it until he posted it.
Right.
Or was just going along with the narrative that they're trying to paint. But which is basically they're trying to butt break him publicly. That's really what all they're trying to do right now. And people are exposing themselves because they're showing what side they're taking. Because nobody asked Shaq to really say anything except Ernie Johnson. Shaq could stay quiet about it, especially since he showed the movie.
Right. Well, see, that's what shows you how desperate they are right now.
Right.
Because they're pulling all their stops out because they have to. True. I'm so glad you brought up choosing sides, and this is what I've been telling y'all for a while. Now is not the time of convincing. There is no one you're going to convince because of the level of ego involved. Either way, you're supposed to, Bruce, True, you're supposed to have conviction backed by ego that's in check. You're supposed to you're supposed to have a fire for what it is that you speak. The problem is there is no gray line anymore. There is no gray line. There's no middle. And this line, the only middle of this line is, fellas, is this going to cut through the middle of your life. It's going to cut smooth through the middle of your life. People you thought had some goddamn sense is over there. People you thought like you about to find out they don't. You're about to find out they don't.
Yeah.
They don't they don't. It's you got a group of people who just don't see it. And then you have the most dangerous people. The people who know it's there but refuse to see it. Neither of these people are to be as much as it hurt, you can only take these people so serious moving forward.
Right.
You can't put them in certain positions of authority in your life. And whether they know they fired or not, you have to have them step down from those positions if you're going to move forward wisely with what's coming. And bruh, that's why we in here. Everybody don't think like we think. Everybody don't move like we move. They're not gonna move like you move. They're not gonna think like you think. They're not. Yeah, let me deal with this officially. Hey, you addressed Corey's hating ass yet? He was talking real crazy last night. Well, the first part of it is yes. Yes, I have on a number of occasions addressed Corey. Am I going to address him any further? No. He was talking real crazy last night. I have no idea because I don't watch his show. I don't let that shit in, Cutlass. And that's what I'm telling you. There's a difference between being informed and affected. You knew Corey talked crazy, right? Did you know that before last night? You did. The SMH on your sentence here doesn't have to exist if you didn't watch the show. You wouldn't have to shake your head. You already know what's over there. I already know what's over there. More than likely, something about the Laugh Factory Sunday. I was at the Laugh Factory. There was a bunch of us out there, a bunch of comedians. I was supposed to perform, but I had some other shit go down. I couldn't, so they had a replacement for the first show. And then the second show, the dude was still there. I was like, man, it's a spot. Take the spot. Go ahead. I came down here to get some comedy on my skin after this shit I just went through.
Plus, it was bullshit.
Corey was there. And I saw him. I made eye contact with him. And I made the conscious choice not to speak. I don't have anything to say to the brother. I've said everything I have to say. He's more than likely talking about that.
That's his whole problem now. That's his whole problem is because you won't talk to him. You're not trying to talk to him, and that's where all of it came from.
Okay.
You a nigga that's not trying to get back with him. So he mad. And he decided to be mad about it on some weird female type shit.
Exactly.
That shit was hella weird.
And it's out of my frequency zone, bro. I honestly don't have anything.
He keeps trying to bring up old texts about you trying to get on the 5150 show.
Okay. Let's address that once and for all. If you go back and look at old shit of me and Zoe, you'll look at me and Zoe and Corey. As a matter of fact, Google Jeff Brown on black women dating. I did a video. This is an old rant that I did on Zoe's show. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, whenever. Corey's sitting right next to me. Some of it's on some hating shit now that I look back.
Mm.
But I thought we was cool. I swear, I never had a problem with this dude. So back then and now, I start my week out with 100 numbers. You have to call these 100 people this week. If it's 20 people a day, if it's 33 people over 3 days, whatever the fuck it is, you have to call these people. Corey was in that number because I wanted to do his show.
Right.
Yo, bruh, we cool. Yo, when you gonna put me on the show? It wasn't for matter of exposure because during this time, oh shit, did somebody bring me some vegetables unprovoked? Oh, I did. What's that, baby?
Hot sauce. Do you have any?
I don't.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. I had to, I got to make these phone calls. He was in that. The only time I was on Corey's show was when he brought me on to dog out Tommy Sotomayor. And I actually owe you an apology for that, Tommy. I shouldn't have done that.
But it is him. It is Tom. It is Tom. Tommy. Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy is Tommy. So yeah. So I addressed that. That. Thank you, baby. What's that, baby? Water, tea. At your convenience, I don't need it right away. Some water, but you ain't got to. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lovelace. With regard to, yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. I mean, y'all know I play music, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You may not know because everybody here know a dude named Craig Robinson, comedian.
Yeah.
That's my man right there. He and I, with two other brothers, had a band that was made up of all comedians who could really play. Yes. Guess what the name of that band was?
Fuck Corey. No.
No. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But the name of that band was 5150.
Ah.
Now I'll let that sit right where the fuck it is. But I don't. Years.
That still ain't got.
Years before you know who knew who Corey was. This is 2001, right when The Office came out.
Shit. Okay.
Yes. Remember when Craig got The Office?
Yeah. Him and Patrice was there, and then
Patrice
Craig stayed. Yeah.
Craig was in my band. We were looking to get a deal. Craig got The Office. He didn't have the time. That was the truth. That's my 5150 story. That my 5150 predates his by years. So that's beneath me.
Like his main issue with you is when him and Zoe were going at it.
Mm-hmm.
He felt like you were trying to be a mediator or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like the root of his issue.
Does he know that Zoe called you and asked you to come on?
Of course, he did because we had a conversation afterwards about it.
Mm-hmm.
That Zoe asked me because I never, bruh.
But it into their business.
I don't include myself in no nigga's business. I'm too fucking busy with my own. Zoe called me on that day. I was on my way to a lawyer's office to discuss a family court case. And I
remember you said you was extra busy that day. Yep, I remember that.
So I didn't come here to stir in shit. If I stir in shit.
Your whole ass one question, you didn't want to answer the question, you wanted to argue with me. And that's my whole problem with bruh. Is like, the nigga didn't, you act like the nigga pressed you about something pressing. The nigga asked you one question. Where you from do they condone telling another nigga business? You tell me that. He asked you one question, and that one question turned you into, well, nigga, you ain't funny. That still don't answer my question, though, bro. That didn't.
Exactly. And the whole that hurt, didn't it? No, because I grew up with men in my house, so I see what you're doing. No, you got to unwrite my resume. You got to, if I'm not funny, you got to uncash a lot of fucking checks. You go, okay, all right.
But you frame your argument, but the way he frames his arguments until you see that's the problem. You're mad because mad because you got cornered, and now because you'll look him dead in his face and won't speak, you the bitch, not him, because you want somebody to speak to you. So all you bringing up is old shit at this point, and then acting like
shit seems childish to me.
It's just hoish. It's really some hoe shit. It's like when a nigga don't give a fuck about what you doing, but you on the internet talking about all these people is jealous of me, but I ain't looked at your page in years. Don't know what you doing.
Bro, look.
Plus, see, like he on this comparing his audience where it is now to where you're just getting started using with the YouTube stuff. He's trying to compare it and try to shame what you're doing or what you're trying to build. I'm like, it's not even necessary. What's the point of him doing that?
Always comparing like a bitch, though.
Let me stop you guys. Let me stop you, Jedis. I tell you what. Here is why he is doing this. He is doing this to weed out the higher frequency thinkers that are still among him. Because what he does is he brings light to an individual they wasn't paying attention to in the first fucking place.
Right.
So they gonna come here and they gonna find the truth. The core issue with this gentleman, and you can't find many of them in this business that have a true issue with me, is that he knows that I am 5 to 7 times smarter than the dude he's pretending to be. And nobody in the room knows it better than him. Yeah. He don't have shit else, bro. My slate is clean for over 3 decades. You can't find nobody that found Jeff Brown said this. Jeff Brown started this shit. Jeff Brown owed me some money. Jeff Brown cheated me out of blank. Jeff Brown, you can't find it. If you could, it would be in his mouth. Jeff Brown gay. Jeff Brown's a crackhead. Jeff Brown don't take care of his kids. Jeff Brown beat his wife. Jeff Brown broke. You ain't got none of that.
Right, because he immediately say some shit like that.
He can't. His here, another little fact for you. Corey Holker, have you ever seen his Hustle Box t-shirt? He has a t-shirt, a black t-shirt, a dope-ass black t-shirt with a neon stripper on the front with her legs open called the Hustle Box. Have you seen that t-shirt?
Yeah.
Do you know who was responsible for him getting that design and where that design was presented to him? At Jeff Brown's dining room table by my former business partner.
Weird.
And in order to do that, do you know what I had to do? I had to go rescue him because his hot rod broke down on the way to my house. Bruh, this brother has nothing to hate me for other than the absence of male energy in his life. That's it. And I don't, and I'm glad we're covering this because again, I gotta live by my own rules. I'm in here telling you niggas, extract the genius. Yeah. Now, how do I look if I go, oh yeah, motherfucker?
I just, you don't do that. You know, people just disappear sometimes.
Yeah. So I don't, brother. I don't.
Because he's seen you and you didn't say nothing to him. That's just the wildest shit.
Fucking thing. I don't have nothing to say to you, bro.
But see, what kills me is the lessers that be around you. So, like, to me, it be seeming like, all right, I don't know a nigga. That's just what it is. Like, it's clear you don't know Marcus. It's clear you really don't know like no Craig. But
I think D know better.
no, D said she don't know him. She's like, I don't remember who that is.
Who? D? No, I've never
Yeah.
met D. I met, and every time I see Craig or Marcus, I don't know if they had anything to say. But bruh, I'm the same dude everywhere. I'm the same dude. If I see Marcus, look here, man, look, I ain't got nothing against that man.
Right.
I don't. Hey, what's going on, brother? I don't know that we. Other than I haven't said 200 words to that brother in his whole life, brother Marcus, and I don't have any animosity for him at all. Or Craig. Now I've talked to Craig a little more, especially back in the day. We used to chop it up outside of comedy clubs. I don't have a problem with Craig. I don't have problems with niggas in this business because I don't be around niggas in this business. I hang around musicians, other writers. Very, very few comedians do I hang out with because I'm not a hangout type cat. I'm a very introspective. I can get in my studio, and I think that's the beauty of me and my wife's relationship. She's a Taurus, as am I, which means we fucking love our alone time. I love my alone. I don't have the I gotta go hang around other niggas' energy. For what? There's only, unless they're on a certain level or I can control the environment. Shout out to Jay Phillips. Comedian Jay Phillips had a Halloween party at his house. If you go on my Facebook page, I'm in Facebook jail right now. I'm going to get out of there and say, fuck Facebook and go over to Rumble.
Right.
I had a ball at my man's house. But that might, that might be, that's maybe the second or third time that I have been to a function of somebody's because I'm cool, bro. I'm at the house with some weed and some fucking Gaia. Y'all, GAIA.com. Y'all look that up. Gaia is the shit. I'm watching something pro-black. I'm dealing with music. I'm running some type of business. I'm dealing with my kids, my wife. Nigga, I gotta wash my dog. I got grown ass man problems. I'm trying to figure out how to get my backyard done while it's cheap in the winter, so I can get what I really want done for about 2/3 of the price. That's what's in my. We got time to dealing with you niggas. I'm trying to figure out how to not let ethanol eat up the insides of my motors because I found out that that's what this shit does with old cars. I'm over there. So I am incredibly preoccupied with the people I'm responsible for. That's another thing. I have a daughter in college that I had to help move into an apartment, that I'm helping buy a car. And bro, I got a honest to God grown ass man's life. So I don't have time to sit around and bicker with other dudes that have AARP cards. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all to me. I don't even care what his problem. I see what his problem is with me. I'm the only one that came to him as a man directly. And I say that to the rest of the brothers. I just came, boom, boom, boom. These are my questions. There was another brother on Craig's show who did the same thing. That's the only thing this brother has again to possibly find something I say foul about this brother. Find something. I don't do that. And he can count his fucking lucky stars. I could so easily eviscerate Corey if I really, really wanted to. This shit y'all come here for, if I harness that energy into one strike for 3 minutes, his career might not survive it. If I really, really, really wanted to do that. But I got Jedis to train. Yes, from now on, Corey Holcomb is a training aid in here. I train Jedis what not to do by watching him. Yes. Please keep doing what you're doing, because I am doing, yeah. If anything, let me address this. Then I'm gonna address Kels. Then I'm gonna address this. And then we can go metaphysically wherever y'all want. When he said I'll beat the fuck out of Jeff, I probably would have fired on him. Yes, Kels.
Yeah, that was fast.
And ask around. The
He needs
20 the 25-year-old Jeff Brown would have went, oh, hey man, I'm gonna give you exactly that opportunity right after this. We can step outside and do whatever the fuck you want. I don't want us damaging nothing in here, but we can get it on as soon as we get done and go on with the show.
He
The
really
35-year-old
person and catch something he don't want to deal with.
Oh, I'm getting there. The 35-year-old, the 45-year-old maybe, at 50 something, bruh. Okay, not, and this is to overshare, but at exactly that time, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about this. The land co-op deal was going there. There's a land co-op that I'm involving myself in Colorado. The number one is their morals clause.
Oh shit!
I ain't trying to pick up no assault charge and fuck up some land.
Right.
Where's the land on the line?
For your stupid ass.
Nigga.
Cause I asked you a fucking question, you fucking dumbass.
Because of this, I'm finna spend some money on that? No.
As soon as something was to happen, all he gonna do is sue you.
Bruh. Now, and all his lawyers gonna get his practice, because I got my money set up like white folks.
Goddamn right.
White folks can't find my money. So
I got $3 to my name, nigga.
You can come in my house and you can't get shit. You can't get nothing but my drawers and socks. You can't get shoes. Okay, you got to find something of my own in here.
Right.
So I don't work. I don't give that shit energy, because there's no energy to give it. There's no, I'm mad at you and we go, nigga, I'm 57 years old. Okay? You outweigh me by about 80 pounds or a head taller, which means I don't get to play around with you. Something's not going to work if we fuck around.
Right.
I might not win, but something ain't going to work when I get done. You are not going to run through me unscathed. Okay. I don't even want to do that. Let's just agree we ain't each other's cup of tea. There's too much shit kills. And I need you to think about this now. Think about your boy. Because you are gambling with the future of your boy when you do shit like that. Ryan Davis says he doesn't like anyone smarter than him. And guess who was there that night? Ryan Davis. I was hanging out fucking around with Ryan Davis. We talked for an hour. It was me, him, some other dudes. This was after the club let out. Corey was downstairs. I saw him. I made it my point. So I walked some sisters to their car. Shout out to Kim Berry, who will be on the show. She was Prince's hairstylist. I met her last night through another friend of mine. And I walked them two sisters to their car. I came back. I was crossing Sunset. He see me. I see him. He see me, see him, because I ain't going to look down, nigga. I ain't scared of you. I see you, see me, you see me, I see you, and I don't have a motherfucking thing to say to you. I'm going over here with these people I was talking to. If that got him hot, okay.
Motherfuckers acting like I did something to them or something. Yeah. That's what he said. So you won't talk to him because because your attitude.
He all in his feelings.
He in his feelings. Okay.
But he's always in his fucking feelings.
The nigga's in his feelings and shooting in a circle. He shoots in a circle. Nobody was in firing range is safe. If they want to still subject their energies to that, okay. But that doesn't have anything to do with me here. I have a purpose. And I happen to know that at its zenith, what I'm doing is not for everybody.
Okay, so I do got a question.
Yes, sir.
So what happened to comedy in you after Star Search?
Okay. Yeah, let's go through that. One Star Search in 94. I went at the time I won Star Search. I went straight over clubs. And let me take you back just a little bit before Star Search. How my shit started. You're gonna have to get the whole story there, young Jedi Master Bruce, for it to make any sense. Okay,
I ain't tripping.
I'm gonna try to give you the cliff notes. All right. When I first started, I was far smarter than I was funny until today. There's some people who still think that's the truth. So black clubs used to hand me my head. I learned how to do comedy in front of mixed audiences, white audiences, and Mexican audiences. Because those were the
thinkers.
Short attention span, don't want to follow you down a lot of metaphorical roads without some goofy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was learning how to become a comedian. So I wound up becoming a regular at a club very few of them could, the Improv. This was before Nigga Night. I was a regular at the club because I was funny, not because I was bringing niggas in here to drink Hennessy. That dude is funny. I kept working, and I kept working. Pretty soon, I started to work the Improvs, but not for long. Just long enough for niggas to see it, and the same niggas that was talking shit about me when I got started. Jeff, you think you could get me in? Sure. If you can give me a tape of you for more than 15 minutes without saying dick, pussy, motherfucker, roach, hair weave, joke, looking at the floor, or asking the audience what else is going on. If you can do that, I got you. Niggas thought I was being an asshole, but that's the truth. That's the gig. That's what these people are looking for. You just go for big laughs. Look at this nigga in the front. That's not enough. You have to write to get these gigs. Cut to the manager of all of the Melrose Improv became my manager. He got me Star Search. I win the money. I broke Sinbad's records for colleges in a year. I went straight over clubs. I wasn't doing clubs. I was doing colleges and opening up for Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, Sinbad himself, Kenny G, The Alarm, The Cure, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Shaka Khan. I was gone. That season is about 3 or 4 years.
So we had 97, 98.
We're at 97. We're at 97. 97, I had dropped that manager. I was with Sinbad's brother, Mark, who managed us both in 97. That's when I got Vibe. Sinbad had a talk show called Vibe, and I was writing on that show. After that, look at 98, 99, I started doing more colleges and less road work. And after I did colleges, I started to feel the difference. I was getting too much older than them. And this feel that you hear people talking about now with not wanting to do colleges, that started early. That started back when I was doing colleges. I started looking at comedy clubs. And I was like, okay, fuck it. Then I'll just do clubs. Clubs was like, hey, because I never built my own following. I was known on Star Search, but I didn't go to clubs. I started opening because it was more money.
Right.
So I didn't build a following. So I didn't necessarily have a following. And to start over building a following, clubs was talking about, yeah, we'll pay you $1,500 and cover your air. I'm like, okay, yeah, for a week. I just got off a private plane making $3,000 a night for 3 months. The fuck is you talking about? I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. That is another difference, parenthetically, that a lot of comics don't like, is that comedy didn't save me. It didn't save me. When I got out of the Marines and decided to do comedy, I got out on a Friday. On a Monday, I was working at McDonnell Douglas making $23 an hour, 1987 money, doing the same thing I was doing in the Marines, working on aircraft. I was doing the same shit, just making a hell of a lot more money. I was cool. I loved comedy and I wanted to do it. That is not the case for most cats. Corey drove to California on a suspended license from Chicago. Comedy saved Corey. Right. Knowing that it didn't save me, knowing a lot. I used to get this growing up a lot. I'm gonna get back to comedy. I used to get this a lot growing up. The one thing I knew that niggas hated about me most is I could give their mama something they couldn't. A straight A report card. Fucking hated.
This nigga here.
Exactly. So anyway, not wanting to do clubs, I started picking up the pen because comics knew I could write. Started writing for Steve Harvey. Who's my first? Sinbad was my first dude I really wrote for.
For that show, right?
Mm-hmm. For Vibe. And for Vibe, not stand up, because you can't write stand up for Sinbad. Right now, I have no fucking idea how to do that. His shit is so Jedi, I can't fucking write for it. So I started writing for people. George Lopez, Cat Williams was later. Arsenio. And that was good money, which is what then I stopped running from my music. I started to make money over there. So comedy started to drift. It was something I loved, but the
money wasn't there.
The money, the business.
Right.
It's a lot of grown ass men that's out here right now with a roommate and 2 pair of Jordans and an Xbox to their name. Mm. I can't take that road. I
can stay with his mama right now. So
right. So I didn't want to take that road. I had responsibilities. I had shit to do. I have a family, bruh. I was making money in a night, in a week, that people in my family weren't making in a year. And so I was carrying a lot. And I got to this place where I made a lot of fucked up decisions, especially the women I was with. Motherfucker. So, long story short, my comedy career took a detour, and during that detour, social media hit. And I wasn't in it. But I wasn't sleeping on nobody's couch. I wasn't up under a bridge. Now, I've definitely been homeless before. I don't know. Did I tell y'all my homeless story? I am telling you. Yeah. Okay. That's for another show. But yes, when I came back out here from Chicago, I wound up homeless for a few months.
You did?
Oh yeah, I told that story. Okay, but yeah, hopefully that kind of answers it as fast as I can. I could get into whose manager was the fault of this and how my ex-wife blocked some shit and some this person fucked up over this thing and exactly Kales in the Pasadena project. This and blah, blah, but that I could do that.
But the main point of it was with your money, where you found your money in comedy, wasn't necessarily on stage.
Exactly.
So that's not a representation of if you was funny or not. That's a representation of the same thing Patrice said. It's the internet is a thing now, and I can't fucking type. Like
right. And bro, have y'all heard of Who Got Jokes?
Yeah.
I was a writer producer on that show. I got a few, bro. Go check my IMDb out. I don't blow my own horn enough, and I'm about to start. But Now, I got more to be than just a fucking goofy ass. I got more to be. Being goofy to 5,000 people doesn't mean near as much to me as saying the right thing to Bruce that he says to his son, that he says to his son, that he says to his son.
For sure.
That's bigger to me. I've done it. This is what, yeah.
That's why I was hot, but it was like, when you look at the angle from where Muck is talking from, not just what they saying, because at first he was watching his mouth when he spoke about you.
Sit tight, Henty.
At first he was watching. He'd watch his mouth a little bit. He'd be like, "Oh, I said what's up to him. You know, I checked him, but you know, it was cool. It wasn't nothing like that. He'd watch his mouth and shit. But I guess y'all just seen each other again, and then all of a sudden a bunch of bitches came out. It was like, wait, what? All right, so it is or it ain't. Like, but you ain't saying nothing. You ain't gonna kill nothing or let nothing die. But you willing to talk about people like this? You're a weirdo, bro. Like you just use a hurt bitch. That's how I feel about it.
And the whole thing, I don't know about checking me. That was a few weeks ago in front of the Comedy Store. I came out and he was standing there, and I was like, "Look, the old Jeff stood up. There go that nigga right there. Do it now. Dig your key in his ear. You got another key at the house. Dig your key right in his fucking ear. Just run up and dig your key in his ear. No, old Jeff. You don't want to get sued. That's $45,000 you don't need to spend, whether you're gonna lose anything or not."
What the fuck?
That's why the fuck am I gonna do? So I just saw the nigga. I'm like, okay, you over there, I'm over there. Hey, what's up? That's all I said to him. Because I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, you did say what's up.
Yeah, he looked at me and I said, what's up? 2 words. What's up?
Yeah. Ain't no big deal.
Okay, that's the best I could do.
That's all we needed to do.
Because the old Jeff, all I had was the old Jeff sentences. The shit that starts a fight. The shit that, what the fuck was that? All that.
Yeah, I'm not good like that either. If I don't like you, everything I'm gonna say gonna start a fight, so I might as well just get to fighting.
Bruh, I might as well just go over here and dig this key in your ear. I might as well just start right there. And then
go ahead and get to it.
I'm gonna dig this key in your ear and try to break your
I don't
nose
like
off.
getting up. I don't like having to get up. So let me go ahead and just get this shit off.
Sure. Now, here you go.
But
So much work to do on Kels. Corey ain't gonna sue, but I'm pretty sure he would fade you. You know what? That's where you put your money.
Yeah.
Put your money on the man who's heavier and larger. You always do that. I wouldn't put my money over there, but you put your money over there because of the fact that they're pretty sure he will fade you. Let me tell you what that means at 57. That means fucking around with this nigga over some bullshit, I might hit my head on the pavement.
Right.
I might get paralyzed and can't fuck my wife no more.
Oh.
I'm not gambling all of that unless I don't have a choice. And when
the fact that just because you don't want to answer a question, you fucking weirdo.
Now, here, let's put it this way. When you corner a man that is a head shorter and 60 pounds heavier, is 60 pounds lighter, regardless to his military experience, regardless to his martial arts experience, regardless to where he grew up, he gets to say, I'm afraid for my life for the next thing that he does. That's where I'm at. And I don't want to be, bruh, my daughter, we're trying to decide. My daughter wants to drive. I taught my daughter how to drive in a stick shift. She wants a stick shift. I had to take my baby to go find a car. Nigga, do you really think I give a fuck? Whether I got 500 pounds of real man shit to deal with. Real man shit. Real mortgage, land acquisition, fucking lawyers, just grown shit. So I honest to God, don't have the energy for that schoolyard shit. It's schoolyard shit. And because black men are so defined, and then I want to hear about from Henty blowing the good in the sky. Black men are so defined by the schoolyard that some of them never leave it. Some of them never leave it.
Well, that's when we go to the hood, we used to go, motherfuckers used to be fighting over bras and shit like that, little petty shit. And we'd go, me and my partner was talking one time, he was like, why do you think it's worse here than it is everywhere else? I'm like, because that's all these motherfuckers got. That's all they got. They ain't got nothing else. They got this EBT card, nigga, and if you take the bitch, you take the EBT card. The nigga ain't worried about the bitch. He worried,
Right.
he worried about
the
shit like that. The couch he gets to sleep on every once in a while and all that type of shit. It's like you take it. He ain't got nothing else. The motherfucker that got shit ain't worried about. Ain't really tripping off shit like that. Like I said, to me, it just bugged me out that a motherfucker be talking that reckless out their mouth, and I'm supposed to respect you as a man, but when you see the man, you offended that he didn't come talk to you. So he a bitch, like he's a bitch because you feel like a motherfucker's supposed to come say something to you. But you grown. Like you see people every day and don't talk to you, nigga. Like
here's what he wants. Hey man, that shit you said, baba dabba dooba dabba, and then we get into some kind of physical shit.
He don't want no physical nothing because okay, so here's my thing with the physical shit. Everybody you could have gotten into it with, you found your way out. So find your way out.
No, he's not. No, here's where I disagree, Bruce. Look very closely at what he said about Charles Barkley. He talked a lot of shit about what he was going to do to Charles Barkley. He then retracted when he saw how big Charles Barkley was.
That was true too.
He used the fact that the dude that supposedly ran Ryan Davis out of LA, who is also I'm cool with, shout out to Reggie Carroll. That's my fucking man. You know how long I've been cool with Reggie Carroll? Forever. Me and Reggie been cool for fucking ever. He also said that because Reggie he thought was smaller, that Ryan was a punk for leaving. So to me, that's coward talk, bro. Cowards talk like that. Grown men that's really been in fights, no. That little nigga's the one you want to leave alone.
Yeah, you never supposed to underestimate anybody.
Well, so, just like when he told Zoe, the only nigga that you know for getting down with is a drunk nigga. And I'm like, the only nigga you fought, Corey, was that drunk Samoan nigga.
Okay.
You ain't fight nobody. You ain't fought nobody that really ran up on you or that you've been wolfing about. You fought a drunk Samoan and beat the drunk Samoan up in front of his bride while he was good and drunk. Like, you know he was good and drunk.
Okay, let's slow down. Let's back up. Let's correct that sentence. Zoe ain't known for whooping nobody ass. Corey know about it.
Exactly.
Nigga, when I tell you Zoe is an uncaged animal, you really don't want to do that. Zoe got a temper, bro. Zoe still got a temper. Zoe still.
He said he didn't want to do
it. He don't want to do that. And he said Stephen A. Smith, blah, 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 blah.
And sat there and ate chicken with him.
And the next time you see him, he's smiling with a piece of chicken. I don't know who the men are who raised him, but I know the cologne they wore, Absence by Tom Ford.
You super
That's how I go. That's how I go. That's how I go. When I get ready to go, I don't want to do that. There is the only upside to that is drawing a big crowd around me that I'm not ready for yet. I'm still working on an album. I'm working on my stand-up. I'm writing. Believe me, brothers, I'm boiling. This whole TV show thing that he is discussing, that isn't that's some bullshit. You better ask around. That's not the way television is made. It's not. And I don't
think you know that by now.
Well, here's what it is, bro. These niggas are so used to not being in on the development end of shit, on the cattle call end of shit. that they don't understand the legs of development. So I don't, and bruh, let's just pretend for a second that I was lying. Let's pretend for a second I don't have a script, that I'm not shopping. I don't have a script that is being taken serious by a number of people by now. What does that have to do with the fact that you chase down people outside of me who are closer to you in order to berate them? The people, I'm sorry, I couldn't. I've said it before. I was on 3G's podcast and they asked, Jeff, if you ain't mad at Corey, why is it that you got this part for him that he can't have now? I said, because it's very simple. It's my man code. I can't put the social habits and secrets of those around me in the jeopardy of his presence. His presence is a jeopardy. I'll say this, and I want to hear from Henty. Yeah, I'll say this. I'm done with it. I'll give you this, Corey. You're double the comic I am. You're just not half the man. It's really that simple. You are so much funnier than me. But not one person that buys one of your tickets will trust you with a secret. That's harder to live with than not quite that funny for me. What's happening, Henty?
How you doing, baby? Good Lord. Oh,
Girl.
My parents just left from over here. We was watching you. My daddy, you got a new subscriber from my daddy.
Pops, what up?
And my mom. And yeah, see, that's why I said you are a very noble man. I will keep saying that until it gets through people's fucking heads. You are noble.
Thank you.
You're just too noble.
Thank you. I don't know if there's such a thing.
Because see, I didn't even know that you and I didn't even know that you and Corey was in a hoopla.
We're not.
Over some shit.
We're not. Baby, yeah, but go ahead.
So it's just me on.
That's his shit. I steal that from Ryan Davis. That's not two niggas. That's a nigga with a problem with another nigga. I really don't have any problems with him. He's acting like my aunties. I don't have a problem with that.
Right. Wow.
Now, let's get back on our subject, people. Let's get back on our subject, which is, and I'm trying to find desperately anything that is counter, because y'all know I don't watch basketball really.
I don't either.
I purposely keep myself away from a lot of public shit that's easy for square the shit that attracts square thinkers, I stay away from. So when shit goes down, I can give you guys unbiased opinions about it. Right. So I don't really watch basketball. So I don't really know Kyrie as a basketball player. I know that I respect it, and I know he's incredible according to people who love it. I know Kyrie as a man, and he has not said one thing so far that I disagree with. But I keep hearing, oh, this nigga ain't shit. This nigga did that. And this nigga said that. But no links, no quotes, IG that supposedly he apologized with but didn't back up with a video. So I just implore people, especially the people like yourself, if you follow me at all, the thing you got to be able to do is dig out the genius, Henty. Dig every situation. There's a kernel of genius in there, and you have to find it.
Oh, I do.
What say you people? What say you people? Go at it.
Oh, she got the floor?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Where are you with Kyrie? Where are you with Kyrie, girl? Go ahead.
You know what? With all of our brothers that's out here finding out about themselves and coming out of their shells and expressing themselves, I do feel that they do have the right to express themselves. Everybody has the right to say what's on their mind, what's on their heart. My beef with that still remains that, hey, y'all signed your name on the dotted line now. That's not the stipulation of the contract. The contract.
Okay.
You express your mind on some on some other shit behind closed doors, but when you in the public eye on our behalf, you do what the fuck we tell you to do, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period. So it's not like I'm against a brother, because I'm for all my brothers and sisters that's coming out of the cognitive dissonance state.
Okay.
Well, I too was there, so I know how it is. But hey, if your job says that you can't, I don't think you want to jeopardize your fucking well-being over your feelings.
Absolutely, Henty. Now, I'm gonna help you. We got to break down. We got to work on that thinking, and I tell you why. Because that thinking is hourly. Stay in your place. Watch your mouth. Is hourly thinking. Because your livelihood could be taken from you. It is the thinking of people who are a slave to the hourly. Number one, the money Kyrie makes by the hour, you can buy a house in Malibu every 60 minutes. So his thinking is not that. Now the super thinking comes from the individuals who decide that they do make their money hourly, that they're not going to think like that, that this shit is some bullshit. Because as long as I can get you to think like that, I can keep you under my thumb. And you know what? Once you start wiggling out, I'll just put some more money on top of you and you'll go right back under my thumb.
But see, that was my whole problem with the conversation. That's the position he in. That's what he's supposed to be. He's not a revolutionary.
And that's what I said.
So, I mean, why expect him to do other than...
Now, here's a conversation. Go ahead, young man.
He's not a revolutionary, so why is it an expectation for him to do other than what he's doing? I've seen a real good argument. The best argument I've seen, is anybody aware of a brother named Shaka Amos?
No. Do you have the correct spelling of his name? Because if you do, just put it in the chat. I'm gonna look him up. Keep going.
Okay. Shaka Amos said, he goes, when something happens, every time something happens with the Jews or another culture that got these together, he said they always pop up with somebody you ain't never seen before and say, go talk to them, and then we'll accept your apology. They send you usually to one of their scholars. So they'll send you the Jews send the I forget what they little people is called, the reverends or rabbis. A rabbi you ain't never heard of show up with all the history that they got in their files to teach you. But when the white person in blackface, it's just to say sorry and everybody move on. Say sorry to another celebrity. So you ain't learned no less. Oh, it was my fault, my bad. It's my bad, and then everybody moves on. He said, He's like, what you don't understand is your power is in your knowledge. There is no knowledge, and since they don't send you to nobody with knowledge, you really not apologizing for nothing. You just get a tap on the shoulder and go on about your business. But Kyrie, they want you to spend all this money to donate to this and talk to these reverends and rabbis and you got to do this and take all these history lessons. But when we do it, go, say sorry to Snoop. and that's supposed to be like our penance. That's what we get. Ain't no donations. Ain't no go to this college. Ain't no museum you got to go visit. Nothing. Ain't no Sarah Silverman go to Nat Turner Land. Go figure out what happened there. None of that. It's just say sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think that that has to do with being pacified with the tacit ignorance that is implied to Negroes. And I'll tell you what I mean. There is a level of I was on the phone with another business partner of mine talking to this potential investor out of the country. And he's originally he's a brother from England who has traveled all over, spent a bunch of time in Africa, a bunch of time in South America. And he said that Black Americans, by and large, unless they prove themselves to be otherwise, are looked at as ignorant and untraveled by the rest of the world. By the rest of the world, you are clowned unless you're beloved. And the only way to get to beloved is to be your higher self. If you're not your higher self, this is what you're judged by. So it is that thinking that they're not supposed to judge you by your higher selves, because they judge you by how you treat your women, by how you treat your people. So they feel no need to educate you, B. And the danger is that if I get you thinking, it'll get you researching. I don't want you researching. I'm going to treat you like a monkey that broke into my library and knocked over some juice on some books. Just say sorry. I ain't going to try to teach you how to read these books, monkey. That's where they are with you. So it's not so much about indicting the person on the other side of the table as it is understanding the mind state from which they deal with you.
You're right.
That's the mind state they deal with you from. They don't and a great much of the way that I deal with the Hebes is like a playbook. Like a playbook. There's a very, very famous street and a very famous section of it. It's like right around La Brea and 3rd in LA. All over there is mostly Hebes. About 5:58 one day. Nigga, it looked like a Madonna video.
Oh my God.
People in black start showing up out of everywhere and just walking in one direction. They were going to synagogue. And my black ass didn't know nothing about it. Every culture you can think of, is some shit about being Mexican, some shit about being Armenian, some shit about being Jewish, some shit about being Chinese, Korean, Filipino, that if you are not a part of that group, you don't know a goddamn thing about. There is nothing about black people in this country and our culture that the world don't know about, because we put our shortcomings to dance music and we put our arguments on the internet. We don't have any secrets. A nation is only as strong as its secrets. Mussolini said that. And we don't have any as a nation. Everything we do, we give away. So there's no way for us to plan because we do not group and collect secrets. This is the part that we need to work on. And anybody who stands up and speaks against a system that is in place of us needs to get an automatic grade on a curve for the rest of their shit from higher thinkers. I don't need Kyrie to do shit but tell the truth. I don't even need him to live the truth. Tell it. I'll live it Why am I making you live a truth that's true for me?
Hmm.
Live your own truth. And if he fortifies the truth you live, who gives a fuck what he does on his own time? Who gives a fuck about his hypocrisy? Who gives a fuck if he beats his wife or lets another dude peg him in his butthole or whatever the fuck?
Hey.
I'm going as real as I can there, Jedi Bruce. I don't give a fuck about what you do if you feed my truth and he feeds the truth. What say you three people?
Well, I'm trying to figure out who was trying to make him out to be a revolutionary anyway. All he initially did was post a photo and a link to a documentary. Now, whoever started this whole anti-Semitic mess, why aren't we talking about that person? Because I don't think anybody was saying anything until all that came into play. People were probably just looking at this post and say, "Oh, this might be something interesting to look at." Initially, and then you start hearing the narratives come out that he's anti-Semitic, he's promoting hate or whatever. Like most of the people weren't even aware of that documentary, and if they were aware of it, they still haven't said what's anti-Semitic about it.
Right. Because it's not. It's the same argument we were just talking about earlier. You attack the person and not the argument.
Right. And people keep saying he's not standing on it. I'm like, he's not backing down from it either. He probably, if he found something hateful in it, he doesn't agree with it. Just because he watched it doesn't mean he agree with everything he watched. But they want to paint this narrative. They want to keep drilling him that, it's anti-Semitic, it's anti-Semitic, it's anti-Semitic. Tell him what's anti-Semitic about it, and then he can speak on it.
Okay, well, here's your issue. Here's the problem you're going to have with that truth.
Right.
There is and it might not be. Shout out to Brother Minister Farrakhan. It might not be anymore. But for years, Brother Minister Farrakhan had an open invitation for any rabbi, any scholar to debate him on two subjects: Jewish participation in the slave trade and who are the Semites. To this day, nobody ever took him up.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted.
Well, he's had meetings with rabbis, did photo ops and whatnot. Like
no, brother.
Not a
Let
photo.
me say it again. On open, I'm gonna find it for you.
Okay.
Where Brother Minister Farrakhan challenges them.
Yeah.
If I am anti-Semitic, I challenge any rabbi to an open debate or any other scholar to an open debate with me on A, Jews in the slave trade, and B, who are the Semites. To this day, nobody ever rang his phone. Nobody wanted it.
And like, where's all the heat for the death threats that they put on Farrakhan at that?
Nah, nobody give a fuck about that nigga.
Bro, yeah, they ain't nothing. Okay, no, I'm gonna tell you something else. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That ain't what you think it is. I guarantee you. You come at that man, that ain't what you think.
Exactly.
And my point for even bringing it up is that the Semites are nothing more than the people who occupied the land between Egypt and what is now Israel. Those people are not the people who actually call themselves Jews. But they will never have that conversation with you. Because you know who the Semites are? You know who the Semites are, right? They look like Henty. Northern Africa, they look like that. They look like they don't look like the Himmelfarbs and the Goldbergs. They don't.
No, because they hate to shatter their image that they keep perpetrating.
brother, and it is coming to a close, and it does not have anything to do. And this is what kills me with the concept of like, and we're gonna take a look at it now. I need to know, and we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this video, statement by statement, to find out. Yeah, let me put this up here. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have this big ass conversation, and then I'm gonna kick you people the fuck out of the room. Let me see. Okay, is Kyrie a revolutionary or not? All right, and so I'll be able to tell where it's at. Thank you, people, for your patience, because a lot of this shit, I need somebody producing the fucking show, so I don't have to do this. Okay, bam. Is Kyrie a revolutionary or not? Now, this is the video that I saw. We're going to run this video frame by frame so that we can find out, so that we can discuss whether or not we find what he's doing revolutionary.
I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what? Let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. And now it's there on the platform. That was my night. In terms of the back, or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it.
All right. Now, is it revolutionary or not for an athlete to tell you to look up African history for yourself? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody with a no there? Anybody got 15, 16 other examples of this in the history of this country? Anybody? No? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so we got a one. That's so far. That's one vote for revolutionary. Okay.
Whether we want to dismiss the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations, and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact.
All right. An individual who speaks up on behalf of my people and being unapologetically African and articulate about it. The athletes who fit that description are Muhammad Ali, Arthur Ashe. Oh shit, I'm running lean already. Jim Brown. Yeah, I'll just stop there. Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Arthur Ashe were all known. Ooh, and Jack Johnson were all known to be revolutionary athletes who spoke out on behalf of their people directly against an establishment. In this form and context, is Kyrie speaking out on behalf unapologetically of black people on behalf of the establishment? Yes or no?
Yes.
Would that be considered revolutionary when put next to these four gentlemen? Yes or no?
I would say so.
Gentlemen?
If you just said that last part, I would say how he just said what he said. Yes, it's revolutionary.
Okay, there we go. Let's keep moving. And I'm not paving over your point. Keep your point.
Anybody else that has criticism, and obviously wasn't meant for them.
Literal mic drop.
Hopefully, I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if.
Okay.
See that right there. See, he was digging.
Hold down, Hinty. Hold your thought. Is interrupting a member of the press who is not black when you are to indict that member of the press and press itself about how it treats your people, would that be considered revolutionary? Yes or no? Is that something you see all the time? Is that something that we're overrun with? Can we agree that doing that in that capacity, cutting a white man off to tell him about your people?
Yeah,
I've seen Muhammad Ali do it. I've seen Brother Minister Farrakhan do it, but I ain't seen. If you have 14 other examples, I'll take them.
No, it's not something you see on a regular basis at all.
Not at all. Okay. From there, I'm going to go ahead and call that revolutionary because you're about to start seeing more of it.
That's right. Correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I could talk about the game and go home to my son, Elohim, and my wife, Marlene, okay?
I might take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched. This was, you did watch it or either watch it or read it.
I had a lot of time to read a lot. Read a whole bunch. Good and bad about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so we're
in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I am no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not?
Do you know it was just beeped out?
Yeah.
The word nigga is everywhere, and y'all don't say nothing about that. Is exactly what he said. The only other individual that I have ever heard use the word nigga openly to the press to condemn them was a man by the name of Muhammad Ali, who was considered a revolutionary. Could somebody please tell me whether or not they see indicting the press, indicting the media for letting the word nigga fly, but being upset about this? Could somebody tell me why that's not revolutionary? All right, I'll keep going.
I don't hear uproar on that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal?
Expressing his discontent, expressing, underwriting, fortifying, and therefore solidifying his position without cussing, without getting mad, without standing up and taking your purse and leaving like LeBron did? Can we agree that perhaps that's revolutionary?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
That right. Ooh.
You dokie. Could somebody tell me the last time?
Said you want to be starting something. Got to be starting something.
Other than Minister Louis Farrakhan, could someone tell me another man who referenced backing him up army to mean in a pronoun a group of organized individuals around one theme? Sounds revolutionary to me. If somebody please stop me when I'm not making sense.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I'm just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion?
Turn your light down, Henty. I can hear you.
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it. Do you see me in front of
it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but it's not.
You put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is not.
So let's move on.
Let's move on. Anti-Semitic.
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
I'm another human being. I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
The dismissive nature. Oh my God, Henty. For the sweet love of Jesus. You can't, I can hear that. See that right there? I can
hear what?
You don't hear that?
I don't.
It's an echo.
There's an echo. I don't know. You touched something. I don't know what you touched. But it's something different than when you first came on here. Untouch whatever that was.
I don't know what that could be.
Okay, I tell you what. This happens sometimes. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you out, and then I'm gonna put you back in. Sometime that works. If not, I gotta keep you on mute. Yep, gotta keep you on mute. All right. If somebody, and raise your hand, Henty, if you disagree. Being absolutely dismissive, not just with a white man, not just with a member of the press, but with solidifying his position articulately and intelligently and telling this man that I'm not going to talk to you about this with black people no more. I'm done with it. Y'all got 15 examples of that? Because if you don't, I'm going to have to step out on a limb and call that revolutionary.
Even if I had 15, that don't change the fact that it would be.
Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so
Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
Woo!
Nothing. Not me.
Nothing.
By
It's no
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making up,
did.
bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
anybody
Do
is
you
going
guys
to
have
look
any more
at
questions
it
for
and they're
me?
going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
Oh, this is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball.
It being important to build on that defense again.
there you go. I guess we can stop there. I guess we can stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm going to need, in summary, the question asked that's running by, ticking by. I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to give you as much room as you need to fortify your answer. Is Kyrie a revolutionary or not? Go.
Ladies first.
I don't know, because Henty was batting 1,000, and then all of a sudden something went bad with her shit. See?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear? Yes.
I hear you fine, but then I hear me like I'm in there with you.
What?
Yeah.
Are you watching on YouTube as well?
Yeah. Do you have YouTube on?
I'm in the StreamYard on my phone.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My TV is not even on.
You know what? I tell you what you need to do. Okay. Come entirely out, Henty. Just leave and come back in. Sometime your phone has to reset. Matter of fact, come out, restart your phone, and come back in. We'll wait on you. So, yeah, fellas, is Kyrie a revolutionary or not?
I'll say now at this point, he's being put in that position. He may not have started out as that, but especially with all this attention he's getting now over something that's really not serious at all, and they're trying to crucify him about it, yeah, he's going to be put in that position. He's going to be put in that position whether he wanted to be or not.
Okay. That pretty much sums up just about every revolutionary I've ever heard. But yeah, they don't really want it. They don't.
I mean, because they tried to break him behind the vaccine. They had people coming after him after all that time, and the main ones who was taking the boosters and taking the jabs, still getting sick. He didn't take none of that, and all the people come to find out is for a good reason because of all the information that's come out behind it. That all the people who were bashing him about it were wrong, pretty much. But they haven't apologized to him about that yet, and they're not going to. So from that point, they've been trying to get him, but they don't have a leg to stand on anymore because all those people that they got fired behind it, they're getting their money back. So they had to try to find something else and make a big issue out of something that if people actually took time to even research it, read the book, listen to the book, watch the doc, whatever, it wouldn't even be the issue if they weren't trying to paint a certain narrative. You even got quote unquote Jewish people coming out saying that it's not anti-Semitic. So what is it that they're really trying to do? They're trying to make an example out of him that if he don't do what we tell him to do, we're going to do this, this, and that to him and let that be an example for everybody else.
Okay. And what's your verdict is revolutionary? Your verdict, true, is reluctant revolutionary.
Yes.
Okay. What say you, man, Jedi Master Brew?
No, she ain't back yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's here. Hold on. Let's see. How's she doing? How we doing in there?
How are we doing in here?
Bam! You good, girl? You good? I told you just come back in. Okay.
That's what's up. Okay. So
Now.
next time I know, because I was about to say, look here.
Okay, Henty.
It's not on, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something I have to tell Mrs. Brown. Because we keep in constant communication with one another. She's much better at it than me. And sometimes I'm just in a bad area of the call drop. And I have to remind her that in order for a cell phone to work, an invisible signal has to go out into space, find a satellite, find another satellite, come down to a tower, and go to another individual. Now, something other than ignoring you, other than being busy, could possibly happen in that sophisticated ass chain, other than me being the nigga that's just fucked up. I need you to give me the technological benefit of the doubt. The technological benefit of the doubt says that Henty phone got to do a bunch of shit for her to do this, so it probably fucked up. So just give it a chance to clear your throat. Come back on here. Now that we in here, is Kyrie a revolutionary or not, and why or why not? Go ahead, Sister Henty.
I say he's a revolutionary, just for the simple fact that how he conducted himself at that conference.
The
way he was so motherfucking unapologetic with it.
What was it?
Yeah, he was cool, calm, and collective. But at the same time, too, he was letting them know, hey, look, this ain't what it is. In so many words.
Yeah, the show ain't what it used to be. And I love that you said that. That's what a revolutionary does. He tells you that it ain't what it used to be.
Period.
Now, is Kyrie a revolutionary or not, and why or why not? In as many words as you need, Brother Bruce, go ahead.
No.
Okay.
You said some shit that's threatening to them, but a threat with no body behind it is just a threat. You ain't a killer.
Okay.
You the nigga talking loud.
Okay.
And I feel like at this point, if we gonna give somebody a stamp, they gonna have to do something.
Okay.
Like, you got to have a mission, complete something, do something. But talking about something, giving it some information, that ain't you ain't do nothing.
Okay. Now, if you follow, okay, I'm gonna read yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this up because that you bring up about a valid point. Let me share the screen. Bam. Revolutionary. Relating to or being a revolution. Bringing about or supporting a political or social revolution. Marked by or resulting in radical change. Now, I guess to argue with you, number 3 is kind of where you are. What is the result of Kyrie's rhetoric? I think is what you're asking, because you looking for a different. You have a slightly different, like a Nat Turner definition of revolution. What a shock that would be your definition. but
not though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Harriet Tubman was revolutionary, right?
Yeah, but so was Frederick Douglass.
Right. And if you like, so like I heard the argument is like,
what did man ask?
If Muhammad Ali is a revolutionary,
yeah,
right. So him talking about what he was talking about, if he don't bring up the nation and he just talking about I'm not going because I don't believe in it, that don't make you a revolutionary because you don't believe in it. That's just your ideology that you don't fuck around.
I absolutely disagree with you.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter if you don't believe in it and you don't find a way to share to make a change, the revolutionaries don't start with guns. They're backed up by guns. They're backed up by action. This would to say this nullifies the revolutionary energy of Mahatma Gandhi, who was a racist, by the way.
Yeah, fuck him.
Nelson Mandela. This is to say that because they did not take the Nat Turner or the Huey Newton. Hell, the Fred Hampton road. Fred Hampton never killed nobody. Fred Hampton didn't make changes like that. You know how Fred Hampton was a revolutionary? He was a part of the Black Panthers that started feeding children.
But that's you're supporting in support of. You're actively in support of.
Okay.
Right? So that's still, I ain't asked you to go out and necessarily take a bullet, but you can make one. Like, what you doing? What are you actually doing? You handing out pamphlets? What are you doing?
Well,
everybody got a role.
Everybody got a role.
If
yes,
all
okay,
he's
right.
saying is, I watched something and I posted it. I don't even support everything that's in it. I just was posting the post. If that's out his own mouth, that ain't nothing for me to follow, bro. That ain't nothing for me to be looking up to. That's okay. That's a book. It's a cool read. It's a cool read. Because that's what he said out his mouth.
Then I don't think you're reading subtext. I don't think you're reading subtext.
Well, you can't want instant gratification either. All this stuff is just starting. We don't know what his next move is.
We think okay, so you think he really starting because he did go back and play. So if we gonna do all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he got the vaccine and had all that little drama, he went back and played, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
because everything was cleared out, he ain't have to get that shot.
Okay. Hold on. Let me slow the show down. Kels, put your pom-poms down. Here's what you should not be this happy to see this happening. Because what Bruce is doing is what I asked you to do. So you should be referring to Bruce on your off time. And no, I am not stumped. I'm courteous. Because when Bruce takes the floor, he got something to fucking say. So I make room for that, which is what I'm supposed to do. I know you're not used to seeing us interact this way, but this is how.
Goofball shit.
We gotta get past busting niggas in the mouth and jumping through the window like Shaft. Yeah, there's time for that. But not here. Here. And no, I won't calm down. This is my fucking show. No, I won't. Yes, I'm emotional. Because this is about something. And you're making points around the point because you can't make your own point. No, I'm not. No, I'm letting this man make the point. Bruce did not make the point you were making because you weren't making any points. I asked you to make points. Bruce is making points. I don't come here to be right all the time because I couldn't possibly be. I'd have to be on some other shit. Nobody it knows everything. I don't. I welcome this. Shit. What was that you did the Sunday? We agreed to a draw. What was that, Brother Bruce? There was something. I forget what it was.
That Kanye, if Kanye was trying to be a revolution, if Kanye was doing it for everybody, why he a billionaire, a multi-times billionaire, and his school can get shut down?
You goddamn right. That's a point. I have to concede to that point. I have to use that point. Because I allow my thoughts that are lesser to die. I don't double down on shitty thoughts. I don't know everything. This is how I get smarter. Because most of the people I fuck with double down on shitty thoughts. If you just because they fall in love, I'm not in love with any thought here. I don't agree that Kanye isn't, or Kyrie, or both, Kanye and Kyrie both, in my opinion, are revolutionaries. They're not perfect revolutionaries. They don't live on, they're not from Krypton. Okay? They regular niggas.
They regular, and I'll give you that. I'll give you the regular nigga said some shit, and I like Hinty said at the you said some shit as an employee, nigga. You getting taxed for that.
Yeah, and there's no script for any of this,
which is crazy to me though, because he didn't say it as. I mean, so unless in their contract they can't say nothing, do nothing outside of what they title is, which could be part of their situation, but if not. Then he said it as a civilian, he should get treated as, I mean, that is what that is. Now you're just getting treated as somebody with some type of influence. You're not necessarily getting treated as, it's not against your NBA contract, but the fact that they're now saying to be, because I didn't go into it to look, because I ain't been caring this much, but if they're saying there's stipulations for you to be reinstated, then you want NBA time when you said that, because that's the only way you should be able to get punished, right?
Here's where, yes, you're right. Keep going.
Okay, so all right, so now if we doing that, then yeah, you said it as an employee, you get punished as an employee do. If you didn't, then they on some other which they always gonna be anyway, but I'm not seeing, I'm just not seeing us having your back like we did like niggas fell for what's old boy named Kaepernick.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this nigga's trying to go start for an NFL team. He's still trying to play. So what did we learn here? What did we learn? If this nigga's trying to go play ball, right? If he's trying to go get recruited, what did we learn? So we're gonna go back to watching football as soon as everybody else gets the bow.
Here's what we learned. We learned that this is not quite. This is yeah. Okay, here we go. This is coming too fast. Okay, we all know what an eagle looks like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that eagles, just like every other bird, started in an egg.
Mm-hmm.
We also know that when birds come out of an egg, they're considered chicks because chicks are vulnerable. Chicks can be preyed upon. Can we judge this eagle by the chick? We can't judge this eagle's wingspan by the chick. We don't know what it's going to be. We have maybe his daddy or his mama. So we have hope for it. Well, that's where you are with this shit right now. And comparing where we are now to where we're going, I don't know that you can do that to say, unless Kanye stands up with an Uzi and mows down the press. I guess maybe this is what I'm asking. What do you think if what Kyrie is doing is not revolutionary? What do you think what would he do? What could he possibly do other than defy white men in their face on the media?
Not even saying that. Wasn't there? I forget. I could be wrong, but okay. I could be wrong. It could have been W.E.B. Du Bois. Mm-hmm. I think Zoe said outright. Well, let's say it this. I'll say it this way because I might get. I'll get the name wrong. I'm sure.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about that?
Supporting the revolution or being in the revolution sometimes require you not to say nothing and you just supporting. So sometimes it's not what you say out loud; it's what you doing. So I don't care what part of I don't care what part of it you're doing. Mm-hmm. But we're not getting nothing tangible by you putting up a damn book or posting a movie that we could have watched if we felt like watching anyway. That's nothing tangible. I'm not getting anything from that. If Tariq Nasheed can take 3 weeks, organize a march, and get 5,000 people there, for something to get something tangible. As a millionaire or as a billionaire, I should be able to see or know something you're doing that's tangible. Otherwise, I don't really give, because you're not doing nothing for real. You just doing what a regular person do. You just a regular person that stepped out of line at work. To me, you got enough money to make a change. It don't it don't even cost $1 million to own a bank if that's what you felt like doing. It don't cost $1 million to do that. You telling me you multi-millionaires and y'all don't, you know what I mean? Not a school, not a bank, not a hospital, not a, you know what I mean? I ain't mad that your family is taken care of.
Not yet. This is here. This, yes. Now, I absolutely 100% agree. Sister Nosha, I understand, and I would love to have you come in. I would love to have any of you come in. Let me see if I still got it in there.
But who's to say none of that stuff is coming? We don't know everything he's involved with. There's a lot of folks in got businesses that we don't know they're actually involved in.
Yeah, that's kind of unfair. That's to say. I know you're not a revolutionary because I know you're not doing some stuff I don't know you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's kind of where you are to use that part of your argument. But this is not to say that some of what Brother Bruce is saying, a lot of what he is saying is valid.
Right.
I can't say it's a horrible comment to make, especially a blanket comment about black rich people. With all these black rich people, we only got like 5-6 banks.
She was only 2.
I looked in California. They're all in. I just looked in banks, black-owned banks in California.
One United.
It's like 4.
Got Greenwood, one United, and got like some churches who operate as banks. Some black-owned churches operate as banks. But you have to. Thing is, you really have to search for them. They just be all marketed.
And none of them people are celebrities that own those.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's make this crystal clear. Let me make Brother Bruce's point because I've made it on my own before. We are talking about people who have the dreadful tragedy of having to deal with fame and money. Of those people who are black that deal with fame and money, you niggas could have got together and made a fucking bank by now.
God damn it.
And
if you wanted to.
Co-sign that. I absolutely co-sign that. Here's why they didn't. Because until now, we were too close to the nucleus of the blast of chattel slavery. Too many of us, until black people say you have 72 hours to take the name Ronald Reagan off of everything, or everything we see with it will burn eventually. Because he destroyed a generation to feed a fucking war, and y'all know it, and you still honor him, which means you dishonor us. Until we're there, and that's coming. That's coming. You can't, it's almost, I tell you where you're at, to me, Jedi Bruce, and you ain't wrong. This is the thing. This is how we are supposed to disagree, people. And I'm conducting this way. We have to meet where we can agree. We can agree that Whitey ain't shit. The press ain't shit. These sports teams treat us like slaves. We need our own shit. So we meet there. And then we start to move out to the edges of whether Kyrie, either one of them, are revolutionaries or not. And understand that the only reason we disagree was because of what was done to us. That way I don't have to be an enemy of Jedi Bruce because I disagree with him.
Right.
In the minor places, I disagree with him. We do right now, we ain't even disagreeing on run or pass. We trying to go run or pass left or right now. But we in the same uniform, on the same team, riding the same bus, drinking the same Gatorade. We got to get there with each other. And that's what this is. That's what makes this such a, the concept that, like when Sister Nosha said, I don't disagree with you at all. I don't agree with what you said at all. In the comments she said about what Bruce said. I had to address that because I got to get you to some common ground so we can look at what's being done to us. This it's not even animosity. This disagreement about revolutionary or not, the thing to be a revolutionary about was done to both me and Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck do me and Bruce wind up enemies over some bullshit like this?
Yeah, because a motherfucker will act like that. I didn't see him really act like that. Like, because we disagree about 2 to 5% about the whole argument in total. Man, fuck him. He don't know shit. It's like, nah, it ain't that. He just willing to give a pass. I ain't giving right now. But if the brother ever needs some help with something, give me a call.
It takes a level of maturity that a lot of people still don't have yet.
Well, exactly. And you aren't a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point, brothers. You're not a lot of people on the subject we were talking about 40 minutes ago. That's for a lot of people. This is not. This type of thinking is not for a lot of people. I am telling you, when the shit hits the fan, you motherfuckers, it's going to be some grown men, older than you, younger than you, with fear in their eyes, looking at you when this shit starts.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't think like them. You're a cube on the way to being a tesseract. You got to be able to sit down and go, look, it's some motherfuckers in the East coming for us. It's some bikers coming for us. And this and that is happening. What do we do? And logic and reason says that since ain't nobody got gas, these motherfucking bikers gonna probably run out of it. What do we do with that? Do we go that way? Do we and really be able to reason with one another on that level?
We don't survive if we can't. Straight like that. We don't survive if we can't. If you can't get with it in disagreement and figure out what's the best plan for the collective, then it ain't gonna work. If your pockets ain't hit by now, good luck. Like, I'm happy for you, but it's coming, bro.
It's coming, bro.
It's coming for everybody. It's like
everybody that ain't rich. If you ain't super rich, I'm talking about over 10. If you ain't got over $10 million, here come a storm. If you ain't got but 7, oh, you gonna get wet. This shit here, you need 10 million liquid, and I don't have that. Let me see. My apologies, Bruce. What I will say is that I have seen many instances where situations similar to this injustice, we as Black people cannot ride together. Okay. Number one, thank you for your apology, Sister Nosha. Not really necessary. You just kind of blanket disagree. We don't have to apologize for that. We are higher thinkers in here. Oh shit, I lost it. Where is it? Yes. I've seen way too many instances where situations similar to this, injustice, where we and as Black people cannot ride together. Understood, but in here, as long as we trying to move forward, we all riding together. It's gonna be some fucking drag outs in this sumbitch as it grows. What the fuck did you say? It's gonna be a bunch of that in there. It's gonna be a gang of that. We gotta get there and have these kind of okay, let me see. Because there's always one that crabs us down. How can we address that? Here's how. Number one, everybody don't ever make a movement. It's usually 8 to 12% of the people that really get out there and do shit, and the rest of the people eventually follow suit. In that 8 to 12%, you're going to still find a crab. Not moving forward because of the crabs is like not having a picnic because of the ants. You got to go and we gonna deal with them motherfuckers anyway, sis.
Pretty much.
It's just that now, because the divide is so strong, because the universe no longer makes excuses. There's no longer that little wiggle room, that cush space between knowing better and not doing better is all but gone. That's all but gone. Because of that, shit is gonna be tight. Shit is gonna be tight. But when you get those people close to you, you're gonna find this next thing coming. It's gonna be a crab. There you go, baby. It's about to be a crab boil.
Some land acquisition shit. Trying to get on some of that and see what that be like.
Brother, what you need, I tell you, what you really want to do is get into they're called co-ops, where you want to do it usually on bigger plots of land that you can get square footage close to either a developing area or an area that can be developed. You get into those co-ops. Sometimes it's with $5,000, sometimes with $10,000. The only thing is your credit got to be straight, because what it's saying is that all these people with good credit are buying that land, and they're buying it together.
Is that how them people? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, bro, that is how them people. Yes.
How them people? The people that got that 90 acres and talked way before they built the town. They was like, "We're gonna build an all-black town right here on 90 acres," and I was like, why didn't you? Y'all should have built the town first before y'all told everybody y'all was doing that. You remember that story?
Yeah. Well, that's a niggas got to let everybody know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that whole needing a crab boil drop squad, let me tell you something about that. That's finna come when the dollar crash. That's finna come with the next catastrophe. Niggas that don't get along and can't get it together, whatever is coming is going to fucking eat them. You ain't gonna have to worry about that, because we are going to be in a position to where we have to depend upon one another. We're going to depend upon one another because we're going to have to. And on that note, I'm kicking all of you niggas the fuck out of here, because I'll be here for 7 hours with this dope ass shit. Shout out to Brother Kells. Shout out to Brother Bruce, to Brother True, to Henty for coming in here and having an honest conversation about this shit. Getting to the core of shit. Having another way to look at shit. What has to happen now and what I expect from y'all got to let other folk know about this. It ain't got to be the hugest show on the internet. But I know we got something to share that people need. And I need y'all to let folk know what's up with this show and what it's all about. Do me a favor. Stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. I'm out.